Here's a look at your daily market report on this Tuesday, the 15th day of July. We'll take a look at what happened at the sale barns yesterday, what we're expecting today, as well as all your other livestock and grain markets here in just a minute. But before we do that, we'll catch you up on the Missouri Crop Progress Report that was released late yesterday afternoon. As of Sunday last week, 4.6 days suitable for field work. Topsoil moisture rate at 1% very short. 7% short, 79% adequate, and 13% surplus. Corn silking has reached 69% compared to the 5-year average of 60%. Corn in the dough stage now reached 20%. That compares to the 5-year average of 12% at this time. Corn condition currently rated at 0% poor, or 0% very poor, 3% poor, 16% fair, and 66% good, and 15% excellent. Soybean blooming reached 42%. That compares to the 5-year average of 36%. Soybean condition currently rated at 3% poor, 17% fair, 72% good, and 8% excellent. Pasture conditions currently rated at 8% fair, 82% good, and 10% excellent. That still leaves Missouri with some of the best pastures in any of the cattle producing states currently. Hay cutting for last week, we reached 64% complete for the second cutting of alfalfa. That compares to 68% of the 5-year average, so kind of right on track there. Other hay cutting, it's got right on track as well, kind of caught up a bit now. As of last week, 85% complete with hay harvest. That compares to the 5-year average of 88% complete. Taking a look at what happened at the auction barns around the state on Monday, Joplin Regional Stockyards, they ended up with a bit more than expected, 7,005 head. Compared to the previous week, the steers sold $5 to $15 higher, with most of the gains noted on the heavy 5 weights. Heifers under 6 1/4 sold $4 to $20 higher, with most of the gains there noted on the 4 weights. The heifers over 650 pounds, they were mixed this week, 2 lower to 5 higher. At Tyna Livestock Auction, they sold 1,737 head. Compared to 2 weeks ago, the steers and heifers under 550 pounds sold firm, with a few spots as much as $20 higher. Limited comparisons on those over 600 pounds, but there was 3 straight loads of heifers that weighed from 630 to 690. They sold from 340 to 344.50. At Callaway Livestock Center on Monday, receipts there totaled 1,695 head. Compared to last week's much larger offering, the 4.5 to 5 weight steers sold $10 to $20 higher, 5 to 7 weights, and the heifers lightly tested with the large offering of top quality calves last week, but overall, most of the cattle traded steady and well within the price ranges seen last week, except for perhaps not seeing some of those extreme highs on the larger drafts of pot loads. The steers in Callaway on Monday, medium and large ones, 4 to 5 weights, 445 to 472, 5 to 6 weights at 399 to 431, 7 to 8 weights at 331 1/4 to 344. 8 to 825 pound steers, a few pot loads here, 330 1/4 to 334 1/4. The heifers 4 to 500 pounds at 383 to 429, 5 to 6 weights, 343 to 388, with a package of fancy at 396. Some 6 to 650 pound heifers at 328 to 331. A package of 706 pound heifers sold at 320. At the auction barns around the state on Tuesday, Kingsville Livestock Auction, early listings there, about 1,500 head expected. Ozarks Regional Stockyards in West Plains expecting about 2,500 head. And then Lawley Brothers Livestock Market in Macon, they're expecting about 1,100 head today. That's all we have as far as the early listings at the auctions for Tuesday. Box beef cutout values. Choice up $1.46 this morning at $378.53. Select up $2.03 at $366.61. Those values based on 84 loads of cuts, trimmings, and grinds. The Choice Select spread at $11.92. Negotiated feedlot trade so far this week, about 520 heads scattered around the feeding regions. Not really enough to establish any kind of a market so far. There's been a few live sales scattered around from 230 to 240. There was a load of dress sales in Iowa reported at 373. Last week, 77,827 head of confirmed negotiated sales. The weighted average price on the live sales at $236.96. That was $7.40 higher than the previous week. Dress sales at $379.13. That was up $10.03 from the previous week. Taking a look at the futures markets this morning, live cattle seeing some green today after the ugly day on Monday. August live cattle up $3.02 at $222.37. October up $2.17 at $218.95. December at $219.35, up $1.90. Feeder cattle for August $322.12. That's up $2.65. September at $321.97, up $2.40, and October at $320.15, up $2.45. Lean hogs for July 15 cents higher, $106.85. August up 12 cents at $103.35. October 86.67, down $1. Taking a look at the grain markets, corn at midday 2 to 3 cents higher. September 402, December 420 3/4, March at 437 3/4. Soybeans are 3 to 4.5 lower. August 996 1/2, September 989 1/4. November new crop at 1003 3/4. Wheat contracts September 537 1/4, December 558, March at 576 1/2. Those contracts mostly all 4 cents lower at midday. Soybean meal for August 265.20 a ton, down $2.50. Soybean oil for August 54.63 a hundredweight. That's up 46 cents at midday. With the Missouri Department of Agriculture, that's your daily market report for Tuesday. This is Tony Hancock.